Hey everybody, this is Jessica and I am coming on to share a few things, to share some thoughts, to share what I'm up to, and to kind of hear where some of you are at. So if you have had a amazing week, amazing day, an amazing minute, or an amazing hour, something amazing this week, give me a heart, give me a like, give me a share as to what that was for you. Just saying, I'm looking out my window and seeing the most amazing moon. This is like so beautiful. Have to say it's probably a positive to this darkness that we have so early right now. I am counting down every day because it gets a little lighter out here. But the moon is so gorgeous tonight. Have a lot of mixed emotions. Hello, lovely Aussie. Canada's, I always was really stoked to say that I'm from Canada. And lately I've been feeling a little bit not so sure about what is happening here. And there's a lot of mixed information, a lot of lack of information more so. And there's a lot of confusion everywhere. I know in the world, etc. We're only being told certain information. It's hard to really find opinions and clear, true opinions because we're not getting all that information to make a proper, thought or idea or, I guess, have an opinion that makes sense to speak because we're not given all this stuff. So before I get started, I'm just going to be a unicorn for a minute. I'm going to do a shout out to an awesome winery here in the Okanagan. If you haven't checked them out, they are awesome. They are in Naramata, just in Penticton there, and Moraine has a lot of different wines. The Naramata Bench has a ton of wineries. The Okanagan has a ton of wineries. So let me just start by having a cheers to you for the weekend. And before I get a little bit deeper, I'll just also share that I am making some French fries. So, yum. So good. Little Chardonnay. I made some mushroom soup, if any of you guys seen that yesterday. And this Chardonnay was a hey in that. So I just thought I would give a little sip while I'm prepping this food. And here's another thing. I'm just so shocked with how many people are so quick to put on a mask, but then they just show up at the drive-thrus at like McDonald's and fast food places. And, I have friends that, I know people that own a lot of these and I understand that. But if we're so concerned about our health right now, maybe more of the food that we're eating should come from, what we're preparing with our own hands. Maybe it's time to start making some choices about your health that you can change as opposed to putting on a mask and still having some really crappy habits. Maybe we need to take a look about, where our health can be and what we can do to strengthen that as opposed to looking to pharmaceuticals and supporting the big pharma and thinking that, hey, if we keep distance and stay away from people that bring us happiness and positivity, family and friends and things like that, put on a mask and we'll just, hang tight and stop living, which makes zero sense. I almost feel like more people are buying more processed and things like that instead of getting down to like the meat and potatoes of, what we can be doing to increase our immune system, to make little changes that can really support our bodies. Maybe not just with this, the COVID or with other things. I mean, a lot of it's just a bunch of garbage. Anyway, I'm not denying there's not a virus, that's for sure. We know that. There's also a lot of viruses out there. And, I think the death rate is pretty low this year. I don't know if anyone's actually died from like pneumonia, the flu, you know, in fact, I haven't even heard anything about cancer or anything. And I know people that are fighting for this. I know people that don't have family and friends in their lives right now because of this other stuff. And, you know, people will put on a mask and get sicker. I don't know. It's a hard thing. But what I do know is we have the ability to, you know, do something for ourselves, for our family. So eat less processed. Stop supporting all that garbage that's out there. Start recognizing that cutting back on sugars and other things in your day-to-day diet that aren't serving you, that aren't building up your strength, that aren't going to be helping you be healthier or fight a virus or a flu even. You know, most people that are not surviving have underlying issues. And I will say myself, I have had massive respiratory issues, and, you know, I've spent time very sick as a child. You know, I've had challenges even as an adult and things like that. So I myself would have underlying issues. However, I'm not saying anyone else is living in fear, but I'm choosing to not be as fearful if I come down with this virus, which majority of us are coming down with it, like it's coming out like a ton. Some people would not survive. And those are the people that we need to be more mindful of. Absolutely. But I will tell you this, if you are still smoking and you're concerned about what's going on, then you need to do your due diligence for yourself and take, you know, matters into your own hands. If you're purposefully doing things that you know aren't supporting your body, make some changes, because, hey, people that are choosing to be healthier and make those choices shouldn't sacrifice because people are choosing to make non-serving choices. I don't know. I'm just having a real hard time with, you know, masks don't make people feel better. There are times where, yes, you should wear a mask technically, but don't tell me to put on a mask if I can take it off at a restaurant when I'm surrounded by how many other people. That's crazy. I can't support somebody else, like a small business that actually, you know, needs to support their family. And don't get me wrong, because restaurants, people work there too, and I get that. So don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, in a whole, we need to be making some different choices. I am not going to be walking into a store every day wearing a mask in this future. This is crazy. So let's figure out something else. And it's not, you know, part of the problem kind of thing. You know what's part of the problem is the people that are making conscious unhealthy decisions to, you know, lower their body and their immune system. And, you know, some people can't change that. And that's what the health system should be for. The health system should be for those people that need it, not because they're still choosing to destroy their body. And why do we even think that that's such a good thing? Like, I mean, moderation is a word we use, and you know what? Our bodies are pretty amazing. If you start doing some small little things, you will be very surprised just how quickly your body can change. So many people know this. I know this. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it for hundreds of people that I personally have worked for, thousands of people that have been part of, you know, a nutrition system that I have been part of forever. But more importantly, it's not even about taking supplements and things like that. Yes, we need those because we don't get that in our food. But, you know, small changes, and it's not quit this, quit that, but small changes can really make massive differences in our body. Pharmaceuticals are good for some things, but they're not the answer for everything. And, you know, a lot of times our doctors or whatever, and don't get me wrong, because some of them are great, but a lot of times they don't even want to see what the solution could be. Is it your sleep? What's your hydration like? What kind of water are you drinking? It's probably making you sick. That's something I learned when I was in Australia. Like, I learned so much about water the last couple of years. It's been mind-blowing. To the point where my dad was going to have his leg amputated, and 2 years, you know, our system, which is a good system here, they couldn't get it sorted out in 2 years. And in 1 week, it was almost healed, just based on a few things that I was doing. So there are options out there, guys. You know, we can be healthier. I'm seeing our country being destroyed more and more. I'm seeing our locals. I'm seeing friends falling apart. it's insane. It's crazy. And some people are on the same page, some people aren't. That's okay. Like, really, at the end of the day, how can we support our neighbor or our friends or our community? I've seen some great community where I live. And I'm grateful for all the outdoor activities and stuff that we have here. People should not be staying inside. You need fresh air. You're not getting that wearing a mask. Go outside, wear a mask. If you're by yourself and no one's around, take off the effing mask, people. Take it off. You are making yourself sick. Tell me a hole that doesn't excrete toxins. That's a question for you. Maybe I should have started with that, hey? Name a hole that the human body has that doesn't excrete toxins. Now breathe those toxins in. So anytime you can get fresh air, even if it's like how beautiful it is tonight, go outside in your front door, your back deck, whatever, get some fresh air, open a window, let it circulate. We need fresh air. And from what I've been told from other people, because I'm trying to figure this out, this isn't new, we've been dealing with this since March. Okay, out of everybody that has had COVID, quite a few people I know of, not directly, but indirectly, they have recovered and they have been fine. And a few people have had some challenging weeks. And a couple people I know, their family friends indirectly, have passed of COVID. And that's devastating, especially because we can't be there for them. We can't be surrounded by the people that need us the most during these challenging times. A lot of our seniors are technically going to be already in their last year or two. Those are the people that are passing away. Those are usually the people that are full of pharmaceuticals, aren't getting out of bed. Their quality of life is not good. It's not good. And their last years, days, hours, etc. are spent alone. That's so bad. It's so sad. It breaks my heart, honestly. But those are the people that have underlying issues that would probably have passed this year anyways. And as hard as that is, old age can be somewhat of a form of, dying. Like we almost feel like we should just be living forever. And hey, if you can become an elder and that's your time, then that's how it goes. I mean, I know that sounds terrible. There's no right way, but I mean, there's people that are younger that, you would think would be able to, live a little bit longer, and they don't either. So there's no right or wrong, but I feel like if we don't, work together to say something's not adding up here, people, like, our government should be saying, hey, no cigarettes, no sugar, no candy, no Hershey's, no Nestle, no crap. None of the inside lanes are going to be used in our country until our health system and our bodies and, the fact that we're an unhealthy society is why we should be concerned about this virus. I mean, not even just the virus, just in general, diabetes, like all these other things. Cancers are at its highest. Why is that? Like, why is ADHD at its highest? Why do more kids need all these drugs? Why are there so many challenges? Ask yourself that. What are some of the red flags that you've heard or whatever? We don't really communicate about a lot of things, and we need to kind of do that. So with that, I am making French fries from scratch, just like I made my mushroom soup from scratch yesterday. Was it good? Yeah, it was pretty good, actually. I really liked it. It's something I probably would have had at a restaurant. Did my daughter love it? Well, she still said that the canned stuff is a little better. But I guess what we're used to is what our bodies are going to feel is what is normal, right? So I'm just rinsing off my potatoes, just like I rinse my rice, because we want to get those starches off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse them, I'm going to cut them, I'm going to re-rinse them, and then I'm going to toss them in olive oil from my local olive oil place, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt, which is good. We need that. Anyone that can have salt with a bit of iodine, I recommend that. There is some awesome information about iodine, including anyone that has kids with ADHD. Check it out, Gaia, Gaia. If you can watch one of the documentaries on that, there's some interesting information on there. you know, our thyroid, all those issues are like so, like I just find all that kind of stuff is increased so much. And there's things that we can do to make healthier choices. Doesn't mean you have to give up all the things that, you know, you really love, but why do we really love them? What's the reasoning for that? If you were raised only having, you know, clean, real food, would you still have those desires to have that processed piece? What's missing in your body that is being kind of supported by those other things that aren't so natural? That might be a question. You know, if you're sick, if you're worried about being sick, getting sick, cut back on your sugars, cut back on your starchy carbs, cut out processed food for even 1 week. I love the people that say they're healthy and then they tell me what they're doing and I'm like, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, sister or brother. But most of us have got it wrong. That's for sure. But right or wrong, it's just being aware. And then you have the choice to say, yeah, this is what I want. And if that's what you want and you want to eat that food and you want to line up at, you know, Tim Hortons and you want to fuel your body, your kids, your family or whatever with, you know, that kind of stuff. I don't want to hear about, you know, telling someone to wear a mask. I don't want to hear about your concern about any of this stuff going on, because if you're not taking your own health seriously, what's the deal? What's the deal right now, people? Like, I don't know. I'm just baffled. And then I see these police on, you know, they're just, I mean, iPhones are crazy, but I posted it on my page. It was from a girl that I've been following. She's very intense into a lot of the BS that we're being fed, and yeah, most of it is. But regardless, this is our reality, and if we just keep sitting there going, we're the sheep, this is what we're told, stay home, and you know, it's okay to do a drive-through liquor store and buy cigarettes, but we can't be active and get outside, you know, like, I don't know, I'm just tired. I'm tired of the police, you know, like in the video, there's no reason police need to be kneeing a guy that's like an elder in the face. If we're so concerned about our elders and we're wearing masks to protect these people, then why the hell are the police punching this old man out? Like breaking him down, like where's he gonna go? He's not running fast. So, you know, none of this makes sense. Anyways, you know what does make sense? That God created grapes. It's making a lot of sense to me right now. And if you're following it along, you'll understand, if you know me at all, the humor in that. But yes, grapes are good. And that is a gift right now. But anyways, guys, just showing you how easy it is to make your own French fries, make your own food as much as you can. Do some, you know, sleep is a huge thing. I've got a couple other things that have been bothering me for a while that I'll probably jump on and talk about. But you know, if you can achieve some things in your day that take you one step forward into supporting your body, your health, your mind, that make you feel good, then keep on keeping on. And if you can maybe step up and, I don't know what the next step is, but hey, if you've got some ideas, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to, you know, have people with common sense make suggestions. Again, I'm not doing this to create more conflict or anything like that, but really just to say that we have the opportunity to take a stand in our lives, to take a stand for our health on our level. This is our house, or I mean, technically I guess it's really not, but I mean, I don't know. I thought we lived in like kind of a country of freedom and things like that, but apparently, like, just because, I don't know, Canada does start with a C and an A, ends with an A, like China, but I feel like I'm not sure where I am in this country right now, but I do know we have choices if we stand strong and stand together, and it's got to make sense. It's got to make sense for everyone, but You know, start within yourself and just, I don't know, guys, stay strong. Stay as strong as the grapes you're drinking or the whiskey you're drinking or whatever it is. And I'm not saying you should be drinking alcohol either, especially if you have underlying issues. I don't think we're allowed to actually say anything anymore without offending somebody, can we? Somebody's livelihood, thoughts, religion, whatever. But I think that's the whole part. But whatever, right? What do you do? So anyways, have an amazing weekend. Get some fresh air. Do something healthier for yourself, for your body, for your family, whatever the case is. Maybe it's just even a phone call to someone that really could use, you know, a chat. Maybe it's a FaceTime with someone that, you know, makes you happy and feel good inside. You know, try to be a little bit of a light for someone and enjoy your weekend.